Hey everyone! Today I want to talk about the 7 things I have learned since moving into a van. And yes, I am wearing long sleeves in August because this southern girl is cold when it's in the 50s. Alright, so let's get into it. I have been living in my van full time for almost 5 months now. And since moving into the van, I've definitely learned some realities of life that others may not have expressed through Instagram posts or YouTube videos. So I thought I'd share this video today and let you know some behind the scenes things that I have learned. So to start off with, you become way more sensitive to finding level ground, particularly to park overnight. Than you would necessarily in a car. This is something you probably don't consider when parking your car to go in and out of grocery stores or maybe even to park your car at work or at a house if you have a steep driveway because you're not in it long term. But for us, it's our home, and it can get very annoying quickly if you're on unlevel ground. Some of the things that make it more difficult is opening and closing cabinets if you're on level, but probably the biggest thing of all is getting a good night rest. If our bed is tilted one way or the other, then all our blood is either flowing to our head or to our toes. Either way, it makes it very uncomfortable. And if we're the other way, unlevel, then when we're sleeping, one of us continuously rolls into the other without even trying, simply because we're uneven. So becoming sensitive to finding the perfect level spot, it's something of an art form that you start to pick up on. Alright, now number 2 is that you never see yourself fully naked. And some of you probably think, whoa, TMI moment, and some of you are like, I don't want to see myself naked, so I kind of like that idea. But let me explain. About a month into living into the van, I fell getting out, and I ended up with a lot of bruises. But because I'm either showering at a public shower like the gym or a solar shower out in the woods, I don't have access to mirrors to really assess what I look like while I'm naked. And so I didn't realize that I had bruises on my back and hips that I couldn't really see until my husband pointed them out. Now, I do have a small mirror that I can use to get ready and brush my hair and things like that, but we don't have a full body mirror, and so it's something that you don't realize until it happens. But it's just something that everybody, I think, looks at themselves when they get out of the shower and just kind of check over, make sure everything looks right, there's no weird spots or bumps or anything like that. And it's kind of hard to do when you don't have a full-size mirror because you're in a small space. Number 3, your feet are just always dirty. Like, no matter what, they're just dirty. I sweep multiple times a day, something I never did living in my apartment. And yet my feet are almost always dirty. We keep baby wipes on hand to help clean off our feet and just kind of give us a wipe down in between showers. But my feet just seem to be way more dirtier than living in the apartment, and more cracked as well. I've noticed with other van lifers as well, they seem to have dirty feet as well, and it seems to be a running joke. No matter how clean you get, your feet just seem to be dirty living in a van. I'm not sure the explanation, but it's a reality of life. Number 4, strangers feel it is their right to visit your home. It sounds weird, but we can be parked anywhere, a Walmart, a grocery store, the library. It doesn't matter. Somebody sees us in our van and asks us questions. Most of the time, we are more than happy to answer those questions. However, when a complete stranger just insists on coming into your home and asking questions about how you live, it can be kind of awkward and weird. Like, yeah, van life is cool and that's awesome, but like, this is my home and I'm just getting groceries and then I'm leaving and I'm trying to go to sleep and like, I don't want to talk. And so it's something that you would never go up to a beautiful house that you see in a neighborhood and knock on the door and be like, hey, I want a tour of your house. It looks really cool from the outside. But living in a van, people do it all the time. And I get that it's still a new idea. Some people are considering a build or have kind of gotten into the idea of van builds and they want to see. And in those situations, it's a lot more relaxed and they're probably asking more technical questions like, how do you set up your power or how do you set up your water or things like that. But when people just insist on getting inside your home and getting inside your van to take a tour, it's kind of awkward and it's kind of weird and people do it all the time. And so just, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. It's weird. People just think they have a right to go inside your van and they don't. Number 5. Tiny spaces get dirtier faster. Now, I will do a whole video on chores that we have to do while living in the van, but for 97 square feet, this place gets dirty so quickly and so easily, and it's something most people may not necessarily realize, but if one thing's out of place, that means it's in somebody else's place, and then that means you've got to move stuff all around, and shuffling things can get annoying quickly and frustrating. Not to mention, a lot of surface areas double for multiple purposes. So for example, our kitchen countertop is our prep space, but that's also a landing page for us to put stuff on, to put our groceries on while we're unpacking. We have our booths and we sit in those, but underneath has storage too. So if there's stuff sitting on our booths, then it makes it hard for us to get to stuff underneath the booth. So it can get dirty quickly. No matter how many times I sweep a day, there's still dirt in the floor, either dragged in from our shoes or from Ladybug. And so I clean way more often in this van than I ever did in our apartment. And it's kind of become a joke, like how much more I clean in the van versus living in an apartment. Number 6, it takes longer to do simple tasks in the van. Let me give you an example. Taking a shower. Now, if you're in a home or an apartment, you simply go into your bathroom, turn on the water, all your shower supplies are already there, and you can take your shower in peace and harmony. Living in a van, if we go to a Planet Fitness or a gym to get a shower, then we have to collect all of our shower supplies, our towels, our change of clothes, go in, find a gym, go to it, go inside, change, shower, get dressed, and then come back out to the van and put everything away. So just little things like that can add up a lot more time than it would normally take to just go into a bathroom and take a shower. Another example is cooking. I don't have the prep space that I had living in the apartment that I have in the van, so it takes a little bit longer for me to reorganize things and prep everything and then move it off the countertop so that I can then access it for the stove or oven. And so it just takes a little bit longer to do some really remedial tasks that I didn't think about when I first moved into the van. Over time, I've definitely gotten a system in place that makes it less cumbersome, but it is something to just keep in mind when first moving into the van. It may take you longer to do something that you didn't think about living in your home. Alright, and number 7, the last one, you stop trying to park close to buildings. It's just not worth it. Parking close to a building, the traffic is busier, it makes it harder to get in and out of spots, and if you're a bigger vehicle like we are, our van is technically like 1.5 parking spots long. So it's easier to just park at the end and either back in and have the back end over a curb, over like grass, or pull through to a spot where we just take up 2 spots and we're further away. That way we're not making anybody mad. But on top of that, the way we get in and out of the back of the van, we have to have a staircase that folds out, and that takes up even more room. So it's just easier for us to park at the back where we have room to actually open up our door, get our steps down, and get in and out easier. Alright, there are the 7 things I have learned since moving into a van. Comment below which item surprised you the most. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm gonna now try and do 2 videos a week on Tuesday and Friday of each week. So be prepared, hit that notification button so you'll never miss a video from me. And as always, enjoy, encourage,